everyone, my name is Craig here with Ag Leader Tech Support. In today's video, we're going to go through the SureForce actuator and bracket installation on a white 8000 or 9000 row unit. The goal for this video is to add some more visual aspects to the instructions that came with your SureForce kit. First, raise the planter so that the row units are resting on the lower stops and remove any existing downforce springs or airbags and all brackets related to downforce from each row unit. Ag Leader only supports faceplates that contain 4 mounting holes. The compatible faceplate is shown on the left. If you do not have these, they can be ordered through your AGCO dealership. Steps 3 through 5 are for row units with air supply lines directly on the toolbar as shown in the picture. Ag Leader recommends ordering kit part number 4005771 for each affected row. If you do not have these row units, you can jump ahead to step 6. First, loosen the hose clamps and rotate the air supply line T upward to create clearance for the upper actuator bracket. Then, loosely fit the 45-degree pipe fitting to the air supply line using hose clamps, and then tighten. Next, we will loosely fasten the upper bracket to the W bracket with 4 M10 by 30 mm bolts and NYLOCK nuts, and then tighten down each one. You will then position the lower CLEVIS bracket between the lower parallel arms, making sure that the up text is facing up, and insert one 1.05 outside diameter bushing and one 0.75 outside diameter bushing on each side of the bracket, and loosely fasten using the 4 M12 by 50 mm bolts and NYLOCK nuts provided. Once in place, tighten each fastener to secure the bracket to the parallel arms. The remaining steps can be mirrored for a left or right orientation. Ag Leader advises investigating the planter for any potential interferences and determining right or left orientation on a row-by-row basis. Potential conflicts include drive chains, vacuum and hydraulic hoses, electrical cables, and non-Ag Leader aftermarket parts. Next, loosely attach the row valve block to the bracket with 2 5/16 by 2.5 inch bolts and serrated flange nuts. Then loosely fasten the bulkhead T bracket to the row valve bracket using 5/16 and 3/4 inch carriage bolts and serrated flange nuts, and tighten the 5/16 inch fasteners holding all 3 components together. Before going any further, Ag Leader recommends connecting and tightening this connection since the fitting is less accessible once the assembly is mounted. Next, align the 2 holes of the subassembly with the holes in the upper bracket. Secure and tighten with 2 5/16 by 1 inch bolts and serrated flange nuts. Then, we will connect and tighten the row-to-row hoses to each end of the T fittings. Steps 15 through 17 are for planters equipped with hex shafts used for hydraulic or ground drives. If you do not have either, you can jump ahead to step 18. First, attach the CLEVIS anti-rotation linkage to the upper actuator bracket using a M10 by 120 mm bolt and 4 0.75 outside diameter bushings, and then secure using a NYLOCK nut. Next, attach the right and left CLEVIS linkage to the CLEVIS anti-rotation linkage using a M10 by 120 mm bolt and 2 0.75 outside diameter bushings and 2 1.05 outside diameter bushings, and secure with a NYLOCK nut. Then, attach right and left CLEVIS linkage to lower actuator bracket using a 3 1/4 inch CLEVIS pin and secure with a COTTER pin. Now insert the 3 1/4 inch upper actuator pin through the upper bracket and actuator housing and secure with a cotter pin. The hole farthest from the toolbar will only be used for planters with a hex drive shaft. If you have 8,000 meters with boxes, Ag Leader has included a locking pin to replace the bolts on the meter latch to aid meter removal. With that, we have completed the installation of the upper and lower brackets, the individual row valve blocks, and the upper pin of the actuator. For the remaining steps of this installation, you will have to reference the fold type instructions that apply to your specific planter. These should be included when you purchase your kit. If not, you can find them at the link in the description below.